Okay, today we are solving compound inequalities. So, right here we have our first definition. A compound inequality is a set of two inequalities joined together by the word or and. So, we have two types. We have our ors on the front side, our ands are on the back side. Or means that one or the other inequality is true at a time. Or inequalities have to be solved separately. Grab one of those. Or inequalities have to be solved separately, and then when you graph them, your graph will not connect. So this right here says negative 8x plus 13 is greater than negative 13, or that same thing, negative 8x plus 13, is less than or equal to negative 53. You can't be smaller than negative 53 and greater than negative 13 at the same time. So you are going to end up being one or the other. So we're going to start by solving both of them and then graphing both of them. So I've got negative 8x plus 3 is greater than negative 13. We're going to start by subtracting 3 from both sides. We've got negative 8x is greater than negative 16. And then from there, we can divide both sides by negative 8. And we get x. Right here, we flip our sign because we divided by a negative. So it's x is greater than. And then a negative divided by a negative is positive, so it's x is greater than 2.
So we don't have to flip our side.
You do have to flip your sign. We just did. Yes. Bathroom? Yeah. Yes, I did. Oh, I meant to. I said it out loud. Okay, thank you. Okay, yes, so this should be flipped. It should be less than 2. Good eyes. Okay.
I'm smart like that.
Okay, so write a little note to ourselves that we flipped. Thank you. Okay. The other one we are going to solve. We've got negative 8x plus 3 is less than or equal to negative 53. We solve it the exact same way. So we'll subtract 3 from both sides. Negative 8x is less than or equal to negative 56. And then again, we'll divide both sides by negative 8. When we divide by a negative, we will flip our sign. So we'll now have x is greater than or equal to negative 56 divided by negative 8 is positive 7. Stop. Okay, so from there, any questions about solving either of those? Okay, we are going to graph them. When we graph this, your graph will not connect. So they're going to go out in either direction. So x is less than 2. For a less than, we'll do an open circle, and our arrow will go to the left. For x is greater than or equal to 7, we will do a closed circle at 7 because it's greater than or equal to, and our arrow will go to the right. So this together is our two solutions graphed. Your solution is x is less than 2 or x is greater than or equal to 7, and then this is your graphed solution. Okay, any questions right now on that one? Okay, so we're going to solve the next one. It'll solve out the exact same way. We've got 2x plus 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. So for that one, we will subtract 3 from both sides. I'll get 2x is less than or equal to negative 8. Then from there, I'll divide both sides by 2. And I'll get x is less than or equal to negative 4. On this one, we do not flip our sign because we did not divide by a negative. The 8 was negative, but what we were dividing by was 2. It was not negative. Okay, and then solving out our other one, 2x plus 3 is greater than 1. Solve it out the exact same way. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. I'll get 2x is greater than negative 2. And I'll divide both sides by 2. And get x is greater than negative 1. When I go to graph this, less than or equal to, we'll get a closed circle. And my arrow will go to the left. Greater than, we'll get an open circle at negative 1, and my arrow will go to the right. Okay, so at the end of these problems, then this is, if you want to add in the word or here, you can. Your solution is in this area or this area. It can't be in both because you can't be over here and over here at the same time. Any questions about either of those before we look at the and ones on the back? Okay, flip this over then. We've got 2 and ones on the back. So at the top it says and means that both inequalities are true at the same time. And inequalities can get solved together. So I have them written separately, but then I also put them together for you. And on your assignment, they're already all put together. Because if we are greater than or equal to 13 and less than or equal to 25, that means we're between 13 and 25. So we can have our inequality written like this and be literally this 3x plus 4 is in between 13 and 25. So when we solve these and graph them, our graphs are actually going to end up connecting. So it's going to be 2 dots and then the line will be in between them. So we've got 13 is less than or equal to 3x plus 4 is less than or equal to 25. When you solve this, you are going to solve it like a 3-sided equation. So we have an inequality sign here and an inequality sign here. Everything you do in the middle to get x by itself, you're going to do on the left and the right. So I'm going to start by subtracting 4. I'm going to do that on the left side and the right side. 13 minus 4 is 9. So I've got 9 is less than or equal to 3x is less than or equal to 21. Then from there, I divide by 3 everywhere. Anything I do in the middle, I do the left and the right. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. So I've now got 3 is less than or equal to, x is by itself in the middle now, is less than or equal to, 21 divided by 3 is 7. So you solve it like a 3-sided equation. Okay. From there, I can then graph all of this. So I'm going to put a closed circle at 3 since it's less than or equal to. And then I'm going to put a closed circle at 7 since it's less than or equal to. And then my solutions, all of my possible x's are in between, so I just connect those two. And that is my graph. Yes, you may. If you can't wait until the last example, yes, you can. All right. Any questions on that one?
Yeah. So if we're divided by negative, we still flip our sign on those.
Yes, if you multiply or divide by a negative, you still flip your sign, which is a perfect segue to our next one. We've got 13 is greater than negative 4x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 1. So now we're in between 1 and 13. If you notice 1's smaller than 13, it's because we're going to flip our sign. It'll end up nice at the end. So we're going to start by adding 3 everywhere. Add 3 here, and here, and here. I get 16 is greater than negative 4x is greater than 4. Okay, from there, I need to get x by itself. What's that? Oh, it should be greater than or equal to. Good eyes. As soon as you said something, I was like, I know I messed up sign. Okay, from there, we're going to divide by negative 4 everywhere. And then we can also flip our signs. So 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. We're going to turn this into a less than sign. Now I've got x by itself in the middle. This is a less than or equal to sign now. And then 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1. So we'll do an open circle at negative 4. We'll do a closed circle at negative 1. And then our solutions will be the things in between. We'll just connect those. Okay. Questions about either of those? Hey, this has a tiny little tab to glue it on just because I didn't need all this space, but I spaced it out super big on this. So you're going to fold here, and then you'll just put glue on that tiny little tab, and it'll fold up so you can see it on the back. So just glue down that tiny little tab, and I will bring around your assignments.